Hey y'all. So I was just straightening up my craft table here because I'm just saying I have all of this right here like this. And while I was getting ready to straighten it up, I said, you know what? Just make it a long form video because some people are enjoying watching this with me as I'm preparing for junk journals. Y'all, it take a whole lot. That's all I'm saying. It takes a whole lot. It's no way that you can just, get a book, split the spine some kind of way from the inside, take the guts of the book out and use the cover and just start. I mean, if you can, because you have that kind of creative ability, then it might work for you. But I'm just saying, there's so many things that you can put into a junk journal, and it takes so much preparation. Like, I have not been just sitting here, trying to figure out what to do and just, playing with paper, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Ordering things and waiting for things to arrive and organizing things and, reorganizing the living room and getting stuff straightened out and finding some kind of compartments, which reminds me, I was just in the Dollar Tree and I forgot to get 2 more of these. You see those blue lids on those containers? I needed to get 2 more of them and I forgot because it wasn't on my list. Now I got to get it. But here's my table, and I see that the people I watch, they got a lot of stuff a lot of places, and it's greatly disorganized in some kind of way, and I imagine mine may get to that level too. But I'm not even trying to get with it because, honey, this section right here had all this right here. And I said, okay, Joanne, we got to do something right here. And I had all kinds of ink pens, like 2 or 3 pens, and no, 1 pen, 2 or 3 pencils, and I had 2 glue sticks, and I had these green scissors that I use all the time, and my pink and shears, which is zigzag scissors. I had all that right here like this. You know what I'm saying? And all of these were over there like that. And I was like, okay, we got to clean up and organize, because at the thrift store, I'm sorry, not thrift store. See, I be going there. I be all these places. At the Dollar Tree, I went to find a Bible story coloring book, right, for my other channel, but I couldn't find the one I was looking for. Years back, you could find a nice one, maybe about this same thickness, maybe this about 45 pages or something, and it would also have the coloring page, right? And in the coloring page, then it would have the story. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just telling you about Moses and the burning bush. But no, I'm talking about, this would start off, see, this is Noah's Ark, clearly. But this would start off not just reading the Bible as the open page right here. You know what I'm saying? It will open up and say in the beginning, right? And then this page right here would be, where you would see the tree and you would see Adam and he would be there and they'd be talking about creation. And then you see Adam and Eve over here. Are y'all with me? Okay, so they didn't have that kind of book. First, I couldn't even find it because it's just looking, all colorful, all kind of books there. And then when I looked, I was like, man. And so I said, okay, maybe I still have that coloring book that I had years ago. Came home, looked in my folder when I used to do children's church and Sunday school, and I didn't have those coloring pages anymore. So I said, you know what? While I was at the store, I said, don't leave these because you might not have that anymore. And the paper will probably be yellow anyway. But I don't care whether the paper is yellow. That's vintage and antique. I don't care. It will be looking like this here ruler. And that's fine. But by the same token, I needed the story because I want to add something else to my children's channel besides reading storybooks and reading the Bible stories on Sunday. I figured I could also color while I'm teaching through the Bible on my children's YouTube channel. So that's one of the things I was getting. I think I already showed y'all this book, which is, I'm not even staying here because that's not what I'm doing. But I found this book and I was so glad I got this at the thrift store like a week ago for $2.99. And this say $14.95. So I'm not sure. Maybe somebody read it and used it. I don't really know, but I got this and that's what I'm be using. But in case somebody knows where I can find me a full-fledged Bible coloring book for children that's going to tell the stories as we go. Please put it in the comments, link it, for me in the comments, so I can go and figure out how I can order it or get on some buses and go pick it up. If you would like to mail me one, say that. I don't really know what else to say, but we right here. Get ready to organize this, okay? Because I need to understand. And I want to show y'all what I'm working on next. Because y'all just saw me do this. Let me reach this the other day, right? This postcard. Y'all just watch me. You know what I'm saying. Make one. But I didn't make this one. I made the other one that you know what I'm saying. I got these piles and things. Y'all see this right here? This is my pile for my book that I want to make, that I already sorted some things into it. I'm not going to, get into all of this. Let me see if I can set this up and everything so I can keep still. Okay? Maybe y'all can follow me over here without it moving. So, this is all of my stuff that I originally started with. Y'all remember I took this book apart? Right. I took this journal apart. And I was going to use this, but the pages that I have collected, oh, don't tell. The pages that I have collected are way bigger than this little journal book cover. And I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, get rid of it. So I'm not, okay? I just put this page together last night. I thought it was so cute. It's just a, makeup brush or whatever like that. And then I just cut flowers off and I covered up the words that's on there. Thought it was cute. I'm putting that in my journal. This is all for my own personal journal and everything. This one is the first that will go in a journal somewhere. And these other pages, this is for my personal journal. So the one that you and I did the other day, is right here. This is the one that we did, the first one, okay? All right. And so I just want to show y'all these things because that's where I'm at with it. All of this stuff is for my own for me, personal journal right there, okay? So I have some order to my stuff. Over here these are recipes that I'm going to cut out that'll go in tuck spots and tags and through belly bands and stuff like that, okay? And over here, these are extra pages that I want to add some of them to my stuff like this. This is, let me show you. So this was one page in a magazine, and this was on the other side, and then it had something over here. But I cut that off, but this is still good. And I'm going to make that straight, and I might keep it just like that and put it like this in a book, some kind of way, and just, I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. But I want to keep this for myself, okay? And then this one right here, I might back this for some cardstock. I might use it for my next project that I'm working on and everything with this one. So this is what these are up here. All of these are up here because I know that I'm using these particular pieces up here for my own journal or for other things that I have in mind for future projects, okay? This one I was going to cut out all of these and make these like tags. They look like tags, right? I was going to cut them out and make them like that, but some of them overlap. And I was like, I don't want to mess them up. So I might just use this as a page itself, or I might just use my pink and shears and go ahead and make stamps out of it. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but I'm just saying that I'm showing y'all this because I want y'all to see that, these things are it's taking me a minute, because I have all kinds of things going on. But praise God that I understand what I got and where it's at. These here are pages that this gooseneck is something else, gets on my nerves. But anyway, it's very convenient. These are pages that I am using to make writing boards. So a writing board means that this is a page that you back with cardstock and you can sew around the edges if you want to or whatever. And you can put it in some, what they call that stuff, vellum. Yeah, you can put it in vellum or just in a clear plastic sleeve. Like I bought me a pack of them today at the Dollar Tree because I saw them. And I said, I got a whole pack of them not even a pack. I probably got 50, and I don't know where they at, but I saw some in the Dollar Tree when I was there, and I said, sheep protectors. So I could go ahead and put, what did I drop? Oh, let me put this up here. I can go ahead and put that writing board inside of the sleeve, because I'm not going to be doing no sewing. I'm not sure. My mother said she got a sewing machine for me. So listen, it's getting ready to come alive, I guess, right? I'm working on these things, but this is what this is for. These pages are for writing boards. Like, wouldn't that be awesome? Like, you want to write in your journal, but it's so chunky, you can't really write in there. You need like a clipboard. So we make clipboards out of different things. So these are pages I pull for those kind of images. Like, you know what I'm saying? This would be, for me, this would be a writing board, you know? And so this is what I'm doing. And then even this, I thought that was gorgeous to make that a writing board as well. And so there you go. I'm using that for that. And over here, okay? We over here. This whole section is what I've been working on. Sorry. The night before last and all day yesterday, okay? I say I started this the night before last when I did that postcard with you all, and it took me from that time, because I'm trying to make myself go to bed between 9 and 10 and stop staying up till 12 and 1. Business takes time, and so you got to invest time when you're trying to do business. You can't go to bed early all the time, and I've been going to bed early, 7:30, 8 o'clock for years, okay? But now I be up because, one, I ain't got no job, and two, I'm so serious about starting this home-based business, and I mean it. I'm working on this channel. Y'all see me, I'm working on it all the time. No, I don't have a video editor yet. I should get one, and I should have had it by now, but I didn't do it yet, okay? But meanwhile, I have all of this, okay? I feel like Julia Roberts in her role in Pretty Women, when she's got all this money and she has to get a dress. I have all of this. I have all of this, and I need a dress. Okay, that's what she's saying. And they won't take her money because she looking like the prostitute that she was, you know what I'm saying, portraying herself as in that movie. So I'm saying I have all of this, okay? And on the back of them, I've already put them all on cardstock. I've already cut them all down. They're all in every size. And you say, well, Joanne, what are they? These are all my postcards. This was a very cool one, right? Just a page. All these are magazine sheets, okay? And I wrote Maryland on there because you can clearly see that's our flag for our state. But somebody else might not know that's the Maryland flag. So I just wrote Maryland on there because I don't know where my journals will end up, who will purchase them. But, you know, some people are going to buy them, and these will be oversized. Like this could be a writing board because it's a, you know, decent size for a journal. But I'm using it as an oversized postcard. I'm going to put that line there and them lines here. Put a stamp right here, and you got all that to write on. And you know what I'm saying. This is a beautiful postcard. Oh, this needs some more glue. Okay, I'm going to add some glue to this because that happens sometimes while I'm trying to put the thing all on there and everything with the paper and on the, you know, I kept putting it on one of the sheets like this and putting a glue stick like that. And then I could pick this up easily, but then the lettering, the dye from that was on the back. I was like, oh, I can't deal with none of that. That's messing up my boards and wasting my time. So I had to go ahead and get me one of these and lay out a white page. And so, you know, clearly when you're putting it down, sometimes that don't come out the way you need it. So let me get a glue stick because I need to fix that and make sure that that is stuck down and everything. Okay? That's where we at with this. So we rub that on here. Try not to tear it and everything. Put that all the way over as far as it can go and then mash it down. And then I've been using this. Let's move that because it's in my way for a second. I've been using this top instead of my bone folder. It's called a bone folder. I wrote it down because I'm learning these terms for what this stuff is. But, you know, they call it burnish, right? And this is called burnish. And we call, you know, pressing and creasing. That's what we call it, right? But they come up with this terminology for whatever, you know, it's supposed to mean. I'm sorry that the screen is shaking, but that's because this is on this gooseneck. And this gooseneck tripod that's attached to my table. See, that pulled a little piece off, but it should survive. And then I just go across here gently, because you got to be easy and make sure that it don't rip that paper off. Okay, it just rubbed it a little bit right there, but it's okay. So now that's what all of these things are over here and everything. So put this all back together for ourselves. Okay, these are the things I've been working on, and that's why I don't have that many shorts up, because this takes time. And if I'm working on my journal and then I jump right into creating the next journal, and man, I need a postcard, man, I need this, man, I need that. If you don't take time to at least put some of it in place for yourself, I mean, how many journals you gonna make right away? Probably not that many, 2 or 3 or whatever, but you don't know how you're gonna put it together until you start working on it. You don't know what kind of fabric you want to use, what kind of cover you want to use, how big you want to make it. None of those things. You don't know. And so you have to prepare all of these pieces and parts, unless you got the money to go to the craft store or order online and buy all this stuff, you know. And some people are really, you know, like what they call embellishing, which means they decorating it with all kinds of beautiful things. Like I said, they're using not magazines so much, but they're using what they call I keep getting twisted with that word, ephemera, right, ephemera. I keep trying to tell myself this word, okay? All right, let's see where my marker is. I don't have one over here. Let's get one, because we want to write that down, okay? We got to write that word down, because it's hard for me to keep up with this word and how to say it. It's E-P-H-E, ephemera, M-E-R-A. That's the word, okay? I need a black marker, not that one, because, you know, I'm anal about some things. And, yeah, so ephemera. That's what you got to call this word, ephemera, okay? And so this is some kind of like, what it means is something like, you know, something that doesn't last a long time, but you use it right now for a certain purpose. And while you're doing it for that purpose, then it's good. And that's what it is. And right there. That's what I get from the definition. But this is what they call it, ephemera, right? And then another word they use, come on, I don't want to go get another marker, because now I need to bring all these markers over here. Okay? And say, why you can't use the marker that you had? Because I'm all into color. And I got to have different colors, because different colors make sense in my world. And if I don't use different colors, then it's just like, I don't even understand what this is right here. So, you know, then we come up with this other thing that they call embellishments. I just wanted to write that too. This is not a part of what I was going to do, clearly, because you see I don't have none of this, you know, together or whatever. So embellishments is decor, is decorations, okay? So this is stuff that I'm learning, y'all. This is stuff that I'm getting into. This is the next big segment and phase to what I'm doing and everything like that. So, you know, I'm going to put the definitions and stuff like that on there. But on this video, we ain't there. Y'all saw me tell y'all about these the other day. That's the CD jackets that I'm making and everything like that. But I'm not finished making them. You see, I haven't made them all. They're not all cut out or anything. But I have them. Because if I'm ready to use it, all I got to do, boil a little bit of tea or make a little bit of hot black coffee, drop this paper in there and let it dry for about 20 minutes or an hour while I'm working on my book. Then pop a piece of plastic in here and, you know, glue it down. I already glued one down right here. Okay, I glued it down, but that glue didn't hold. Clearly, that glue did not hold. I see it right there. It's not on there, but that's okay because I can use the glue that will hold it. And I can go ahead and put that down there and put that together. But right now, you know, I'm working on all the parts and pieces, and sometimes I gotta stop and do something else. Stop and do something else. You know, like that glue came off. I think I used that clear tacky glue to put that on. I don't remember, but I know I ain't used nobody's school glue. But whatever it is, they keep on talking about this PVA glue, and I keep telling myself we ain't buying no PVA glue. We got our what you call it, wood glue up in here. We got that clear tacky glue. We got some regular tacky glue, and we gonna use the glues that we have. We ain't buying no PVA glue. I'm not sure how it's gonna turn out for me, but I don't have no money for all that stuff. So we're working on what we got and everything like that. These right here, okay? This is what I'm working on in a minute. This paper, all of these, not these, okay? We're gonna organize this in a minute. But all of these pages here that I just pulled out, these are all for paper beads. Paper beads, yes, paper beads. And I'm getting ready to show you how you make a paper bead, okay? Because that's what this is for. And I told myself we're going to make 50 today. So that's the job today that I have to do. I'm going to be sitting here disciplined and focused because I want to make 50 paper beads today. Now, I already cut some out the other day, and I found a tool while I was going to the store. I found like this, it was like a coat hanger, a wire coat hanger. It was thin like that, but it was copper, and it was about this long. And I was like, I can use that. And I didn't even, I don't remember where I put it because I had it and I was cleaning it, and I said I need to put this somewhere. And I checked my drawers over there for my crafts and stuff. I didn't find it. I checked my pen cups, my pencil cups, all of that over there behind me. I didn't find it. I don't know where I put that at. I was so mad because I can't find it. Meanwhile, all the buttons that I bought, and I bought a lot of packs of them, I put them all in here, and I had a bag of buttons and buckles that I've had for years. And I took them out my drawer. Some of the buttons. This stuff is embellishments, y'all. You need all this kind of stuff. I'm just saying. And I had all of these kinds of things in this bag, as you can see, okay? Because it's vintage. You see how old that is? Right. And I have all kinds of buckles and all kinds of things. But all this newer stuff I showed y'all when I was getting my stuff from Temu, that, I ordered all these things. So this is almost full. I don't anticipate buying anything to add to this except some single solid colored buttons. But the ones they selling is like 200 and 400 pieces. I don't want that many. I only want like 100 pieces of mixed colors, mixed sizes. So we ain't getting it until we find something like that that makes sense that I can afford. But I don't need 200 and 400 pieces. So meanwhile, that's up there. I'm showing y'all this stuff because this is different parts and things like that. So I never found that tool. Today I went on YouTube and I didn't Google. I typed in how to make paper beads, and I saw the first one come up. I didn't go to my regular people because my people who I follow, they showed me how to do it the first time, and I'm sure that I got it in my saved library. But sometimes I'm just so lazy I don't even want to go through the library that I saved to look for it. So I just typed it in again, and I found one that's like 4 minutes without me being distracted watching one of my regular people, and she did it on a straw. So what I did was I took 2 straws. There's a clear straw inside of here. I bent the straw like this. You know how a straw get bent because you've been chewing on it, okay, like that. I did that, and I did this, and I bent it all the way like that to the end. And I slid it inside of here to make this stiff, okay? She didn't do that, but I did that because I don't want it to be where I'm rolling my paper that this start bending like this, being crazy. And I was going to chip this part off with the scissors, but I said, no, just keep that. We'll roll on this end. Meanwhile, while I was watching somebody else's journal. She was putting together a journal. I've never seen her before. She had a T tool like you use when you are doing t-shirts. You put this T tool on there so that you can put it up there and you can have your shoulders and you know exactly where the middle of the shirt is. So especially if you're trying to put, you know, some type of word or graphic on there. That's what it was. But she had a T tool that she used between her cover and then she had her spine. So say like this would be the book cover, this would be the book cover, and then she had the spine in between, because you got to have a certain amount of space in between, so when you put your glue on to put your fabric on, you have that space. And so you glue that edge of fabric. Then she took this and put it over here like that. Okay, then she had it in there like that, and that's how you do it. I don't even know if y'all saw that. Okay, so anyway, this would represent the spine right here. Okay, and you need some space between the spine and the cover. So she had it like this, and that would be the one spacer. Okay, and then say like she had this as the spine in between. Okay, and then she would come over here after she put this glue. And you got to be careful when you're doing this for real, because you need to stay in place. And then you come over here and you put that over here. Then you put this here. And then when you do that, you know exactly where your stuff is. You got the right amount of space. It's at the right height and everything. And then you put your glue. And then you come along and you cut your piece of fabric. And then you lay your fabric right there between it like that. And then you press, and then you get your bone folder and you crease, and as they call burnish. Okay, so that's what's happening and everything. So I said all that to say that I was at, what was it? I was at where we go to eat the other day. It was at a seafood place. It's called, I always forget these names, y'all. I can't even think of it. I can't even think of where we went, but we went to eat the other day, and I know what it's called, but I got all kinds of names coming to me. But anyway, this is a skewer, and it's a wooden skewer, and it has shrimp on there. Or you can eat shrimp. Y'all know where it's at. It's oh my God, I can't even call the name, but somebody know what I'm talking about. Don't worry about it. I'm finished with it. This was the skewer, and I thought at first I could use this to roll my paper to make my paper beads, but it was square. And I was like, that's never going to roll smooth and make it the way it's supposed to be. And I said, well, you don't need this. And I said, well, don't worry about it. Just hold on to it anyway. You might can use it for something. And sure enough, I saw somebody's video yesterday, and she was using an instrument like this, a tool like this, that had a T up here. And she just put it between her cover, her spine, and her cover. One time, then over this side, pushed it together, then she glued it together, and then that was that. So I said, this is in perfect order for that. So now, okay. Meanwhile, this is how we do with the paper beads. Let me get my glue first. Okay. All right. I'm going to get this glue right here out. All right. And I'm going to squeeze that up like that. Just like this, so it can be around there. And then I'm put the top on, because that's what I'm doing with that. So when I'm ready to use the glue, I can just put my finger around there like that, okay? All right, so now, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, I hit this thing. Y'all know it's attached to the table. So now, I don't want this to be white. I want this to be purple. And so, as wide as this part of your paper is, that's how big your bead is going to be. Let me show you how I got that. Let me get me one of these papers. All right, let's use this one. And I'll show you how we got these papers. Okay? All right. I'm bend them up. All right, so first I'm gonna trim this edge because it's torn out of the book and it's a little frayed, if you will. I don't know how I'm gonna be doing with tutorial. I won't be going into all of these things I just showed y'all, but since y'all are my tribe, I can go ahead and I can say what I'm saying because I'm telling y'all how I got here. That's what this purpose is. How did I get here? You know, I didn't get here just because I wanted to be here and to sit down and learn something and try something. So here we go. This is the page I want to use on this side because it's yellow and it's green. I'm not using this side, but it doesn't matter. You take your ruler, and they got a metal ruler. Most of them got a metal ruler, but I have one. I don't know where it's at, and I'm not buying another one. When I find it, then I'll use it. But meanwhile, this is nice and straight and hard, and that's what we're going to use. So you angle this ruler to the tip of the paper, okay? I got it all the way down to the tip. Can you see? All right, there's the bottom of the page is there, and I'm moving that over to the very tip, and this is up here. Then I'm going to hold my ruler down as tight as I can. And I'm carefully doing this because see how that tore? Okay. And you still can use that even though it tore off there. It don't have a sharp tip. But that's just quick for you to do it that way. And then I just cut that piece off because it tore. Then you're going to turn this page upside down and you're going to come from the tip. Now, I've been cutting mine because, you know, I really don't have time for all of the ruler thing. You know, I'm sure it's faster, but I don't have time for it to keep turning and messing up like that. So, now that's a pretty wide bead right there. So, good. I got that one. And then I got this one, which is a little more narrow. Let's get the small one that I had. Let me see. I had a small piece of blue. This is wide. And this is small. Okay? So, we'll do two of them. Now, this is the one side that I wanted. This looks even more colorful now when you look at it. So, it's up to you which way you want to do it. So, I'm going to roll it this way. Okay? I'm going to put this on here. And I'm going to hold it. And you're going to hold it and roll it as tight as you can. And try to keep it on the roll of the paper. Because sometimes it'll start sliding all the way up there or down here. And you don't want to do that. So you just have to keep it straight. Keep straightening it up. Like this. And keep pulling it over. Make sure it's tight. Try not to be too rough. Now we at the tip. I'm going to get this glue. And then I'm going to take a little bit on my finger because I ain't got time for no sticks and all of that. Okay. Then I'm going to rub the rest of that back on the lid. And then I'm going to roll that around here. And once you roll it around, then you can get you a little bit more and roll that around. But don't put no glue on your straw if you can help it. Try not to get no glue on the straw. And then that's that. So that's the first one. See, this tacky, so it's sticky. It don't come out fast. You can turn it upside down and don't dump out. That's a good thing, okay? Don't try that with school glue, okay? So now, that's the first one. And then for me, I'm going to make sure I get this glue off my fingers because I don't want it to stick to that paper while I'm trying to roll it and everything. And we'll go ahead and we'll start with this one. And I want that side to be purple, even though that's pretty. Look at that. That'll be pretty. This is what the bead is going to look like, okay? But I want this one to be purple because you want different colors. And there's always a lot of blue in the magazine. So you can just, you know what I'm saying, figure out how you want to do it. And this got words on it and everything, but you won't be able to hardly read them. All right, let's see. I gotta make sure that it's on and that it rolls under and not bend up. Okay. And then, see how that edge is out there like that? But you can trim that when you finish. Just try to hold it in the middle. Keep it over to the middle. And now we need a little bit of glue. Okay. I don't know how many you're supposed to get out of one page. I'm thinking you probably get 5 or 6. Maybe. It depends on how wide you cut it. All right. And then I still got some glue on my finger. So I'm going to rub that around there like that. And then I'm going to just leave it. Okay. Let's get a little teeny bit more. Make sure. Just a little bit. And roll that on there. Like that. And then just let that dry. And that's the end of that. So I got my first 2 paper beads. And then they make them small like a regular bead size that you would put on your daughter's hair, your niece's hair, your hair. You know what I'm saying? They make it small, but I didn't even look at how to do that size. I just said, okay. Then you slide that down and twist it out. And now that's the paper bead. See that? And people make all kind of jewelry with it. Then you put a regular bead on the tip of it, like here and on here. And after you put the string through it, you put the string. Then you put a regular bead. Then you put the paper bead. Then you put a regular bead. And then you knot it at the end or put some other kind of thingy there for yourself. And then once you do that, then you have, you know, some beads collected. So I have to now find me something. I don't want to take that off. I have to find me something to put them in. I'll get a bowl or something out the kitchen because I don't want to lose them. Sorry, after I just created it. So I'm going to set this one off to the side. And I'm going to set this off to the side. And I'm going to put my glue top on good. And then I'm going to sort my papers while I'm on here with you all. I just wanted to make sure I showed you something while you were hanging out with me for a minute because, you know, this is what I'm doing. And this is good content, okay? So all I'm doing is sorting my pages. And the fan is on. Let's keep blowing it. Isn't that darling? That is so darling. So it's a little girl was holding this bunny in her arm. And I just ripped the pages because we don't cut all the pages. Now, I'm going to say this. I don't know why I've been pulling. This gum got to go. Okay? I don't know why I've been pulling all of these little postcards out. I'm not sure what I was going to do with them. But every time I came across one, I kept taking them out. And then it looked like at some point I was going to the magazine and searching for them. I don't know what they for. I don't know. Like I was like, this is paper too. You can use this. And I don't even know, you know, why you would use this in there. But junk journals are junk, you know. And this is a writing spot. But I mean, it's not where somebody would really. So I don't know what I'm going to do with them. That's what I'm saying, you know. I think this is good. So I might just use this and then I'm not going to say it because that can be a project. So I'm not going to say what I'm going to do it with or do, you know. I'm going to just keep on keeping them, okay? That's what we're going to do. So now, these strips like these, I was keeping for belly bands. This is a string of sweaters, right? I was like, Well, I don't want the words on there, but I guess it doesn't matter because the idea is the texture of the sweater and all the colors, and yeah, it's cute. So that's what those are for. This here, I'm not sure what this is for, but I just got it because I said it's a nice image and it can be split in two, and I'm not sure. So we just got that, and this was beautiful. It's a lot of water scenes in magazines, but I got this and I said that's a very nice one. Okay. So I just want to kind of let y'all see some of the stuff that I've been cutting out and, pulling together for my journals and stuff like that, because somebody might be saying, oh, well, that's interesting. And somebody else might be like, oh, okay, I want to get one.